Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, back with another reading. This gonna be a reading for the sign of Leo. Leo. So what's up with y'all? What's up with it? Anyway, let's just see what's going on. Let me shuffle it one time though. All right, so let's see. Some of y'all could be having an unexpected conflict or unexpected issue that you have to work through with somebody. So it could be communication that maybe be a little hard to hear, or a conversation that could be hard to have. Could be with a Capricorn or with a boss or authority figure. All right, some of y'all is gonna be somebody who you guys keep going over the same pattern with. We got the 12th house here. All right, but this could also be like you guys are maybe losing motivation at times with work, or sometimes falling back into the same like negative patterns. But it could also be you guys are creating some new patterns because of the negative patterns that you're becoming aware of. So maybe it's a boss or a manager that kind of comes to your attention and just I said replies, and just kind of like let you know what they got going on. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Or let you know like what needs to change or the changes that you need to make. So somebody could be looking at maybe your situations, your hangups, your limiting limiting behavior or stuff you do that doesn't isn't conducive to where you're trying to get to. They could be filling you in on information that you need shortly. Even if they're not a boss or a manager, the Capricorn could be somebody who's accomplished or somebody who's reached a final stage through hard work, through ambition, through staying consistent. You know what I mean? So this may be somebody who you're able to kind of learn this trait from. If you already have it, that's just what it is. But I kind of feel like it's somebody who's a little bit higher or has some position and status that you'll be able to like use or utilize. If not, this is like a person that you guys keep going over the same pattern with, and you guys maybe wanting closure. All right, could be Pisces. Could be okay. We got Cancer or Three of Cups here. So some of y'all it's a reconciliation, or this is going to be more friendly banter. So maybe it's a difficult conversation with somebody who you guys are going to try to find a compromise with, because the Three of Cups could be reconciliation sometimes, or just like maybe being a little bit more social, a little bit more open, a little bit more romantic. We got the Emperor here. It's a boss, so I think it's a boss that's trying to give you playful information. 'Cause I got the Ten of Swords here, which could be an uncomfortable conversation, which was what I was saying earlier. So maybe they're being a little bit more friendly than usual. Ah, because sometimes with the 12th house is a Piscean energy, so maybe you don't really see what's going on. I think a boss is hitting on you guys. The Tower in reverse, Four of Pentacles. I think a boss is looking at you guys, or somebody who's like an authority figure is looking at you guys as like, maybe a more attractive or more appealing in some way, or they're just looking at you maybe as maybe a hard worker. So this maybe even just like a promotion, because the Four of Pentacles is here, which could be an assurity of money, unexpected money. So it could be possibly some money, that they're giving to you guys. But and what they're doing is calling attention to like how you sabotage situations. Like you maybe do really good, but then you also maybe slow down or you lose momentum, or you know what I mean? Because I was saying that earlier, like you may fluctuate between being driven, ambitious, and then coming back and like maybe getting a little lazy, maybe falling off, losing track of like time, or losing track of like what was working at one point. So like you may do something that works, produces like results. Then you may get back to the pattern of whatever you was doing prior to that was not getting you the results. So it's maybe somebody who's going to have like an uncomfortable conversation where they're bringing it to you like, hey, you keep doing blah, 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 blah. And as soon as you make some money, or as soon as you get some type of like, I don't know, benefit, or as soon as you start seeing progress or whatever results, then you go back to whatever you was just doing. So this is somebody who's going to probably call attention to like how you sacrifice at times, or how you hold yourself back, limit yourself. All right, yeah, we got Six of Wands, Five of Wands in reverse. So they're not going to be doing it in a like malicious way. They're going to be doing it in a way where they're trying to like, I'm not going to say appease you, but in a way where they're suppressing maybe their frustration with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I wish you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you would just like kind of be this way or do it this way. Damn. All right. So some of y'all, this even somebody who maybe once competed against y'all, if it's not necessarily a boss, maybe it was just somebody who wasn't maybe the most fond of y'all, secretly, let's say jealous, or you guys were having power struggles between each other. Because this could be somebody who's a leader too. You know what I mean? So that might be, I guess there's going to be some type of exposure, because the Tower is here too. So there's going to be some type of exposure, but it comes through conversation. You know what I mean? Some of y'all is just an abrupt ending, like it's actual closure, where we really, like we have a conversation that finally closes out the pattern or the cycle. It may come out of nowhere too. Like it's an uncomfortable truth that comes out for some of y'all. Because the Emperor is somebody who doesn't want to change and doesn't want to lose. And then with the Five of Wands, it's somebody who really doesn't want to lose, that doesn't really want to fight, or doesn't really want to have this conversation, but they're going to have it with you anyway. Could be a Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio. So it may be somebody who's kind of feeling like this connection is about to fall apart, is about to end. or that you maybe they feel like you're about to walk away. They may, yeah, some of y'all they may feel like you guys are going to walk away. This conversation, or like, so maybe they think you're about to leave the job, or they think you're about to leave the connection, or they think you're about to like. Some of y'all go back to somebody. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Judgment. Okay, so this is somebody who really doesn't want to be alone or be without you, or doesn't. Maybe you're like some of y'all. Like I said, some of y'all are like the best worker or like the best potential candidate for whatever it is that they have intended. You know what I mean? Because somebody who's like longevity, or somebody who's thinking about this connection or thinking about this situation in the long term, the long run. So this is somebody who's trying to get aligned with you guys, but I guess maybe they're going to cause a disruption first, because the Judgment in reverse could just be like they refuse to take action in the way that they know that they need to, or you refuse to take action in the way that you know that you need to. So the conversation with the Five of Swords and the Three of Cups, like I said, it could normally it would be malicious, but maybe it's just the way that they present it. Because Ten of Swords earlier could just been like maybe a miscommunication or misinterpretation of what they were saying. With the Five of Swords, it could be skewed at times. And then with the Piscean here, sometimes if you like, let's say this is like somebody that you're already familiar with, you may kind of already have a view about them, about the connection, about like the way that they communicate with you, or about the way that they're thinking. And sometimes it's not always the way that they're thinking, or it's not really like the actions that the actions that they mean. You may kind of perceive it to be that way, but it's really in a more friendly, loving gesture. So like this could be like for instance, let's say a friend calls you fat, and it's a friend though, but they're playing with you. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you may take it to heart, because maybe you like feel like this friend has envy or jealousy or like maliciousness towards you, and they really may not. You know what I mean? Like it could just be on your perception, because the 12th house, like I said, can make it hard to see things. And sometimes you have like these unrealistic views or unrealistic expectations. Like maybe somebody isn't always concrete, or isn't always the same person every day. They may try to be, and they may try to like play out the same routine or patterns, but throughout the day, your emotional state changes. So, and throughout the week, year, you know what I mean, days, it just kind of like fluctuates. So like maybe what this person may have meant today isn't what they mean tomorrow. You know what I mean? So that maybe that is it. Because some of y'all are going to have a talk with this Five of Swords, Three of Cups. Some of y'all are going to clear the air. And it could just be like, we'll walk away and we'll finally like, but I feel like you're still not going to have the clarity of what you really want. Because now I got the Three of Swords in reverse. Well, I got Three of Swords here, but I kind of get it like we are not going to get the clarity that you want, or it's just a misinterpretation or misunderstanding. Some of y'all is going to come off like this person is flirting with you, or it's going to come off like this person is maybe criticizing you harshly, or saying things about you, or like maybe speaking ill about you when you're not around. But that's not really the case. This person's actually pretty fond of you. You know, I think you were just misreading the signals, because with the Judgment in reverse, it could be about misreading signals, misreading language, maybe body language, misreading the conversation. You know what I mean? So it could be something like that. It's a misinterpretation that's going on here. All right, so somebody's gonna probably try to express themselves, and the words that they use will probably be what messes it up. You know what I mean? So I guess you're needing to know this in advance to like give this person grace, because they don't really know how to communicate it. With the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, they don't know how to communicate it. Some of y'all, they don't know how to communicate that they want you around, that they need you, that they want to depend on you, or that they need to be able to depend on you. Like it's somebody who doesn't really doesn't want to be without you, is what I'm trying to say. They don't want to be without you. So if it's a past person trying to like bring closure, or try to open up the lines of communication between y'all, they don't really know what actions to take. So it's going to come off awkward. It's going to come off mixy or mixed signal. Like what? You know what I mean? You may kind of question like, why are they even talking like this? Why are they even saying what they're saying? You know what I mean? So, Nine of Pentacles though. So also I kind of want to say this, maybe also like maybe a coworker or somebody who like steals ideas, or steals something like your insight, or maybe they even say the stuff that you say. Like they may they may look at the stuff that you do and then go back and say it like they said it. You know what I mean? Like it's like a paste and copy. Sometimes it could be like a coworker that watches over your shoulder and see stuff that you do, and then they go take that move. Because now I'm getting like a Seven of Swords with the Two of Swords, Five of Swords, and then the Eight of Swords is usually exchanges of ideas, communicating our thought processes, and like delving into each other's, because it's a Gemini energy. They do that through exchange. So this could be people, you might need to know this. People are probably observing you guys, or like hanging around you guys to kind of learn your process, your mental, your way that you think. You guys may be like just intuitive based at your job, where you just kind of know what to do, what's next, what steps they should be taking. You may be like very fluent in that. So you have people who are probably hanging around and maybe still ideas or still like, I don't know, maybe take action on stuff before you do it. It's almost like they listen. Like, let's say that you be like, oh, I'm about to start telling clients or customers to do this. And then they be listening and they be like, oh yeah, me too. I'm about to tell my clients and customers to do that too. You be like, what? That was never your idea. What? Because Five of Swords and the Five of Wands was there earlier. So there's could be people who compete with you or like silently jealous or envy you. But it's the minor arcana. So it's like fluctuates. Some days they're against you, other days they're not. You know what I mean? Like some days they don't want you to win, other days they don't really care. You know what I mean? Like they're happy that you're doing what you're doing. Because Five of Wands could also be an inspiration because when you get good, when you get better, I get better. So this may be, but like this may be somebody who doesn't want you to get better or doesn't want to like, I don't know, you know how it is. It's Five of Swords, jealousy and envy. I don't want you to be the best, but like you could be the best at some days. You know what I mean? So like I need you to be good, but I don't want you to be better than me. That's what it is. They need you to be good, but not better than them. I'm gonna make that the title. All right, so anyway, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, Cancer, Capricorn, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Virgo, Gemini. All right, so Leo, that was y'all reading. Thank y'all for being here, for rocking it and rolling. Also, if you guys got, whose birthday is it? It's Chloe's birthday. Happy birthday, Chloe. Happy birthday, Chloe. Okay, birthday girl in the live. Happy birthday. All right, if you guys got Scorpio, I'm about to do Scorpio next, so look for that. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes. I'm gone.